Hey everyone, it's Friday. It's Friday. Happy Friday. Super excited to have everybody here. Um, I'm gonna wait a couple seconds for some peeps to get on. As you're joining me, let me know that you're here. Say hello in the chat box. Um, I like to banter back and forth with you guys. You know that. So it's Friday. The sun's out in New York City. We got about a foot of snow yesterday. Uh, I've had a headache for literally 3 days. And I think it was because um, of the front that was coming in, because sometimes I get those sinus weather headaches. And finally, I woke up this morning and I felt much, much better. But I've been living on like Sudafed sinus and Advil for 3 days. Um, so that's good. So we got about a foot of snow yesterday. It was blizzard-like conditions. I was out there with the boys yesterday afternoonish, shoveling the stoop and the front sidewalk because Will went to work. And we got outside and played for a little while, but it was like really windy and like just cold. So today the sun is shining and it's melting the snow, and it's supposed to, I think, rain on Sunday. So this is probably all going to go away in a quick minute, which is just fine with me. I like it when it snows, and then I like it when it goes away. I don't like the slush, like the weeks long slush things. That's kind of gross. Um, so that is what's happening in New York right now. Um, I have not been on here in a couple days. Uh, so I thought I would lump all the days that I had planned that didn't happen together and talk about a multitude of things today. Um, First, it's Pay It Forward Friday, and you know what that means. And it's Love Month in February, and my plant is dying, and I'm gonna pick 2 leaves off my plant right now because I can't stand the dead leaves. Um, so Pay It Forward Friday, I highlight a charity or something good to do for the day or the week or whatever. And I started doing this a couple years ago, I guess. Oh, after Hurricane Sandy. So yeah, a couple years ago, I raised money for Hurricane Sandy victims, and kind of just started a like every Friday would be a Pay It Forward day, even though we're all supposed to be paying it forward every day. But I wanted to concentrate on like an organization or hello, Jackie. Um, or something that maybe you haven't heard of or I haven't heard of. And I don't know where I came across one yesterday, and I fell in love with the idea. Um, and the name of the organization is The Shoe That Grows. And it's all about a guy who created a shoe. He was in Kenya in 2007, and he noticed that a lot of the children were wearing shoes that didn't fit. They had holes in them, or they were walking around barefoot. And he decided that he was going to create a shoe that would grow with them, and he did. And he created this shoe, and it lasts for 5 years, and it grows to 5 different sizes. And like the beauty is of it is it's $15. So you can buy the shoe for $15 and donate it to a multitude of places around the world where underprivileged children and adults are in need of these shoes. So that's one way you can donate. You can just go on there and donate, your $15 or $60. Like this morning, I donated $30, $30 and 2 pairs of shoes, and they're going to, I didn't specify where I wanted them to go. So they'll just go. You can buy them for yourself. For $50, you buy yourself or your kid a pair of these Grow With You shoes, and 2 pairs of shoes get donated somewhere else where kids need shoes. That's for $50, you get 3 pairs of shoes. 2 go to children that need it, and your kids get one, or you get them. Or you can actually, if you're going on a mission, or if you are traveling to an impoverished country, like Haiti or someplace in Africa, or my friend Tia is going to Africa. I should have her like do this. You can bring a bag of shoes. You can donate like a bag, like you can buy a bag of their shoes. They'll send them to you, and you bring them on your trip with you, and you donate them to orphanages or, charities around the world. I am so in love with this. Last night, I decided that I was going to volunteer with their cause. And so I signed up last night to be a volunteer for the Shoe That Grows. And I'm waiting to find out in what capacity they're looking for volunteers. They are based out of, I think, Indiana. But they're looking for social media people, and they're looking for people to raise awareness and fundraise and all that kind of stuff. So it's called the shoethatgrows.org. I highly encourage you to check it out because it's an amazing, amazing charity. And it's for $15. You can give a kid a pair of shoes. That's insane to me. Like, why wouldn't you just do it? Like, don't buy lunch today and go buy a kid a pair of shoes. That's your pay it forward for this week, especially since Valentine's Day is coming on Tuesday. Spread the love. That's my shoe story. The love story today is in the Why Am I Yelling Facebook group. We all week have been, or for these 2 weeks, this week and next week, we're talking about love. And we talked all this week about worst dates, best dates. The challenge is there's a question prompt every day. And today's prompt is tell us about your wedding and how you got married. Yesterday was tell us about your engagement. We had worst dates. We had best dates. How did you meet your significant other? And then next week, starting on Monday, we'll start 5 more days of prompts. And I really encourage you to join the Facebook group if you're not already a part of it, because I want to hear what your stories are. Erin has given me a story. Jackie has given me a story. It's fun, and it's fun to see how people met their partners, met their husbands, met their wives, how they proposed, how they were proposed to, how they got married, where they got married, what the setting was. It's fun. I love this shit, you guys. You know I do. And it's Valentine's Day on Tuesday, so let's talk all about the love. So get in the Facebook group. Hey, and you know what? I need some Instagram followers. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me. Why am I yelling _ is my tagline, tagline, whatever I am. Handle, social media handle. That's what that is. Yeah, follow me on Instagram because I need a bunch of Instagram followers to promote this book that I just wrote. So I need to up that. So spread the word and follow me on Instagram. Okay, that was a shameless plug for following me. Sorry. Also, my new favorite quote of the week is the one about when Senator Warren was on the Senate floor giving her speech on Wednesday, I think it was, or Tuesday, and she was shut down by Mitch McConnell. That pissed me off. And I don't care which way you go politically, but I just felt like that was rude and it was uncalled for. And the fact that 4 men got to say the same words that she couldn't say was wrong. And then the world came to her defense, and that made me happy. And the hashtag that everyone was using is hashtag nevertheless she persisted, which I am now in love with, and it's going to be my quote for tomorrow on Instagram. But I want to talk about that because that is leading me to the Super Bowl. No, my New York Giants were not in the Super Bowl, and the Patriots did win the Super Bowl. I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm not a Falcons fan either, so I really didn't care who won the Super Bowl. But I can say this. The Patriots have never beat the New York Giants in a Super Bowl, so there's that. That's all I have to say about the Super Bowl, except the body shamers that came out against Lady Gaga for having a rockin' ass body. And somebody saw her little pouch that was over her tight shorts that I'm sure were on really tightly so they didn't fall down and have some kind of wardrobe malfunction during the evening. So I have a big problem with that because she is actually like a size 2 and like 0 pounds. And there are people out there who are saying shouldn't have worn that, or she's fat, or she looked horrible, or whatever. And so my challenge to those people are, let me see your picture in those shorts doing what she was doing on Super Bowl Sunday. performing for 100 and something million people watching. And these schmoes, whoever they are, body shaming behind their internet and behind their phones and behind their whatever, saying nasty things about her. That is really like, it's a wrong thing to do. And it's a wrong message to send your kids. And it's a wrong message to send anybody in your life. You don't fat shame somebody, especially somebody like Lady Gaga, who A, isn't fat, B, just looks amazing, and C, is doing something that most of us will never be able to do in our lives. That is perform live. And she actually was live. She wasn't lip syncing that shit. She was out there doing it. And she was running around like a lunatic the whole time. I would be dead. If that was me, I would be dead. I couldn't rappel down from Texas Stadium and sing one of her songs. Are you crazy? In Chanel sparkly boots and a tube top? You're nuts. So I get really mad when stuff like that happens, because it's like, you know what? She's an entertainer. Don't judge her for what she's wearing. It's part of her costume, right? She doesn't walk around in that all day long. And oh, by the way, I know people that know her personally, and her mom used to work for Verizon. So I know a lot of people who know her parent, her mother. And Lady Gaga is it's her persona, right? It's not she's not her real life. And the fact that we are we're so shallow, and we actually give a shit about, right, people are brave behind the screen, and then they're not going to say a word. But it's like, why are you being so shallow? You should look at her and be like, wow, that's amazing. I don't care if she fell on her ass and broke her leg. She still should get props for getting up and doing it, because nobody else will. There's a very small amount of people that will do that. And none of us, I'm not saying any of us here were fat shaming her, because I know my group and I know we wouldn't do that. But it's still not nice. And that makes me crazy. It makes me nuts. And so I felt like, and the other thing I saw this week was the whole Ashley Graham thing. Ashley Graham, the supermodel, the plus size supermodel, who in real life is like a size 12. So I'm not even sure that's plus size, was on the cover of Vogue with all the skinny supermodels. And I'm sorry, she still looked amazing. And people were saying, they doctored her photo. They did this. They made her pose with her hand down to make her leg look skinnier. Like, are you kidding me, everybody? Like, if you have time to shame somebody else for the way they look, I challenge you. Hello, Christine Honorati. Thank you for joining me. I challenge you to take a good look at yourself and think about why you're focusing on somebody else and the way they look, and you want to like tear them down, because that's shitty and you shouldn't do it. And I'm not, like, I'm saying it because it just pisses me off, because there are so many talented, amazing, beautiful people in the world that are contributing awesome things. And here we are as a society walking around talking bad behind their backs, saying not nice things. Like Erin said, people are brave behind their screens, and, they like to judge and be horrible. And I don't like it. So don't do it. That is my stop body shaming people. Look inside yourself and realize what you want to change within yourself, because that's what you have control over. You don't have control over other people. And trust me, there are plenty of people that I would love to have control over, to help them see that they can have a healthier life. They can do these things. They're not restricted to that kind of stuff. And I talk to people like that all day long about, mindset and making changes and doing great things for themselves and their bodies and their relationships and their raising their children. I do it all day long. And it upsets me when people don't see that they have the ability to make those changes, and that they can't get past whatever it is that's blocking them from moving forward and making a significant change in their life for the better, not sitting where they are and stagnating, because that makes me crazy. And we've all been there, right? I mean, look at me. I was stagnating for a long time in a job that I didn't love. And it took me, a little while to figure it out, but I figured it out and I got the hell out. And now I'm Like my cousin Jen said, she's like, I have never seen you happier. And I haven't been. And this has been the most stressful, hardest thing I've ever done. But I wouldn't change it for the world. There's no way in hell I would walk back into that Verizon office and be like, I'm back. I can't wait to be here. You're crazy if you think that's something that's going to happen. So, what I'm saying is, you have the capacity and the ability to make the change as long as you know in your heart and your mind that you can do it. And every single one of us on this call, watching the replay, and on all the other things that I talk about, you know that you can do it. We have the capacity, we have the mindset, we have the brain power. We have that in our lives. Which leads me to Crazy Jackie, who I love more than life itself. Tonight is a full moon. It's three things tonight. There's a full moon tonight. There's a comet happening, and a snow moon, because it's February, and February is the snowiest month, according to my sidewalk. And so Jackie, who loves all this junk, I think it's great, says that what you need to do tonight is, if you are wanting to make a change and you're wanting to release bad thoughts and guilt and things that you want to change, you make a list. This is not my list, this is my list for today, but I'm going to make a list. You make a list of all the stuff that you don't want to have in your life anymore, right, Jack? That's what it is. And you burn it. You take it outside and you burn it, and you say, okay, I don't want to have the guilt of whatever, feeling bad about my body, or I don't want to have, or I want more of, peace in my life, or I want this, and I want this to change, and I want to get rid of this guilt, and I want to not feel bad about this. You write it all down, and you go outside and you burn it, and you say, like, I'm releasing this out to the universe, and I don't want any of it back. I want all the good stuff to come back to me. So Jackie did it last month, and she said it worked during the full moon. Apparently you're supposed to do it every month during the full moon. I have not done it. I think I'm going to try it, because what the hell? I had a few things I can get rid of. And I am going to report back next week and let you know how that went. I think that's how that's going to go, because it's a full moon, and full moon makes people nuts. So we'll see what happens, right? I think that's it. I'm literally watching the snow melt off this building that's across the street from me. I hope it is sunshiny where you are, everybody. And I hope that it's warm where you are, because it's freezing here. It was so cold this morning. Poor Elias, he had to wear 2 pairs of pants. He had snow pants on and regular pants to go to school, because I wasn't moving the car, because it is literally in a snowbank right now. So that's it. So I will, and I hope you're doing something fun this weekend. We're hanging around in New York City. Christina Narati, are you going to be in Brooklyn this weekend? I heard a little birdie told me that you were. Maybe we should have drinks tomorrow night. That's it. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you back here next week. Get into the Facebook group and tell me your stories, because these daily prompts are fun. And I want to know more. I want to know more about my peeps. Share this out if you haven't already. And we'll see you back here on Monday. Everybody have an awesome weekend. Thanks for watching. Mwah. Bye.